Hello, welcome back to my channel and another reaction video. This time we continue the Black Sails. This is season 3, episode 5.
Would I be throwing away?
You can't see it yet, can you? You are not alone.
I mean, we've been seeing Flint rather. I mean, he wants to give up, but subconsciously he's still ready to fight.
That is the king.
What the hell? He was a king all this time? Damn it.
Arriving in Ocracoke in 3 days' time. It's 6 years since I've seen her face. To this day, buy a bed, I have to move it. What the fuck are you talking about?
Exactly.
Spanish.
Uh-oh.
Signal the fleet. Set a course to pursuit.
I mean, they're out.
Rule, no one ever decided it. It was just something of an understanding. Avoided.
Yeah, for fear of reprisals against NASA. I suppose that's one less thing to worry about.
Okay. He's of the Spanish, why don't you? Okay, he ain't dead yet. I wasn't sure where they were carrying him.
Teach was there on the island.
He was. Slipped away with most of the men and ships that might have been willing to resist.
I need to go and challenge Teach for the fleet.
How did you do all this?
I could not leave my wife and daughter in harm's way. That my wife and daughter were amongst them. Not even Eleanor. I was left to oversee his business.
Perfect position.
I encouraged it so that I might manage the survival of both places.
Oh.
They must find a way to steal what they need to live. They must learn the skill fast and well, lest it lead.
You're not alone.
Your help.
He said that he would arrange for me to appeal directly to the Queen, try and But if I feel that it isn't happening...
I was eyeing that knife.
Even if you could get to her without being killed in the process, to her throat and convince them to let us go, you would never get out of this alive.
He knows that. Okay. Things are looking slightly better than they were in the previous episode.
Before any of that, it was home to a long line of governors that will remember.
Yes, well, let's hope I don't fit in too well with them.
It didn't end too well for them.
I I can declare myself in open rebellion against the crown when dealing with the insurance company.
Watching this here in that line, 2025, it's quite hard.
Wait. Any news from the fort as to Captain Rackham's whereabouts?
Before our arrival, their whereabouts are unknown.
They have a piece of the code.
Spain may be appeased, but the street is still an open question.
Ah, this guy.
A citizen of the British Empire.
Congratulations.
I sincerely hope this doesn't diminish your attraction to me.
She came to look for a player and she found.
When weeks went by with no news of your sentence having been carried out,
Be smart.
was I on that list?
Could Max be the one turning against them? I wonder. But it would be surprising if Max is the one who starts working against them. I'd assume that he should be the first to collaborate, but I mean, I'm reading too much into it. I really hope we get the teach that he used to, put burning coal in his beard to give a more, present himself as more demonic when he attacks ships. It's always been a goofy story about it, but I really want to see that live action.
One of them from the cage last night. Spoke briefly with him. Your life. I wanted to know it. At least a little.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to come here since it started, I think so.
Maybe. You seem awfully eager to get rid of him.
Of course I am. We've propped him up because his strength as a captain was the thing that was going to keep us alive.
Yeah, now they don't need him. Should have seen this one coming.
Te quedaste atrás mientras te recuperabas de la... Si me lo hubieras mostrado otra vez, ahora te tendría yo a ti. Convierte a todos en ovejas. El rendirnos no era una opción.
What are you? What's the card? Is it once again who?
Charles!
Okay, I'm really curious.
I think you know who I am. May we have a word in private, please?
She's making her move. Was Eleanor expecting this? Is she part of this? And then there's her.
With everything I have sacrificed to be a part of Nassau's future, please. A version of that future in which I am still on the outside of it looking in.
about my past and a new beginning in which we all agree there is no history in this place anymore. In which you and I are truly friends.
I think he'll listen. But still, part of me thinks that Max might, work against them if the opportunity arises. I don't know.
Assume that I can offer you something better. You have hidden from the harsh realities that lie beyond this veil.
But you can stay hidden for only for so long.
That shot entered his belly. That veil began one. Responsibility for an administrative nightmare that isn't going away just because he wants it to, and an for now, but could be awoken. That I could awaken. They pledged to follow me when they thought I was alive. Turned when they thought I was gone. So I will come back from the dead. For every man in your camp, there are thousands somewhere in the West Indies living under the same. Pressed on ships, sold into indenture. When they see...
That's freeing slaves then.
Bring down Nassau.
Very ambitious, but... I got away a bit too abruptly.
Hardly a plan. It's just someone's notes. Fragments.
Is there anything?
But not unless we have an interest in invading Nassau, which I don't think we do.
I mean, Wayne wants to, and when Flint shows up, come on, pick up the papers.
A spy in his office.
He picked up the papers.
Combat with a Spanish galleon off. When the smoke cleared, my brother was dead. Though I suppose that if he hadn't died, it wouldn't have made for nearly as interesting a book, and I probably wouldn't be here right now.
Found motivation after that. Seems me dead.
I'm sorry, were you summoned?
Introduced himself as John and said his employers wished to monitor your operation to retake Nassau.
Oh. She's a spy on or someone. I did not see this one coming.
To imagine what would motivate you to tell a lie like this.
Identities.
So we change our names for a bit. Who gives a shit?
A little bit. I do. With everything I've lost in recent days, I can't afford to lose the name too.
He wants to make a name, not lose it. Kind of funny, but here he has a chance to escape and get out of everything and live happily ever after, but...
Meet you here. Stay off the road. No more than a few hours. Promise.
It's whenever characters do decisions like this, it's always a bit frustrating. But yeah, I mean, I get it. On one hand, history needs to happen and such, so Jack Rackham doesn't get away with it. And Bonnie, I think she did survive. I think she used the got herself knocked up, and Mikan, they spared her, but
I didn't think there was a chance in hell that was actually going to work.
Me neither. Resolved to defy the pardon and ready to join a war. Charles Vane.
I love the music kicked in, and yeah, Flint is back. Mentally at least, but and he has a plan to show up to Nassau, return from the dead, and return to Nassau and turn a bunch of pirates who already accepted their pardon. I mean, we saw it with the one guy. What's his name? It felt so surreal to him that he's done all this evil thing, and stroke of a pen, it's all gone. Jack Rackham has his plans, and yeah, here in this story, he had a way to. They were so close to escaping, but no, Jack Rackham doesn't want to lose his name, and he's gonna go back. And I don't think he's gonna die just yet. And I think he's gonna succeed in doing something. I mean, he has the last piece of the treasure, and now that the servant girl revealed herself as spy tells that Spanish are aware how much of the treasure is out there, so Jack has all the cards for now. And yeah, I should have seen the spy thing coming as soon as Teach was talking about. It was such a throwaway line when Teach said that there's a spy in every English court or whatever. I was too focused on what for Wayne to, sign the papers, and I was expecting him to pick those up. So, which Rogers knows that the Spanish are, one mistake and they'll be raining hellfire and whatnot. And Wayne, I think Titch knows that Wayne wants to come back to Nassau and do whatever, but yeah, I'm now super excited to see when Flint shows up. I want a scene with Flint and Teach together, fighting for Charles Wayne. That's an odd sentence, but quite funny. But yeah, now Flint is working for the Queen. They work not for, with the Queen to turn the West Indies into a battleground of pirates and slaves versus the British Empire. Sounds pretty damn epic, but very ambitious. But this was a great episode for sure. I know the last few episodes have been good, but they've been kind of slow, and I'm midway through the season. Hopefully it will pick up. Anyway, what do you guys think? Write your thoughts down below. Open that my reaction. Like, subscribe if you want, and I will send another video.